All right, just when you thought the AI race might be taking a little breather, Google comes along and drops a bombshell. Today, we are diving deep into their biggest AI move of the year, Gemini 3.0. We're going to break down what it is, why it's such a huge deal for the competition, and what it really means for the future of AI.
Lately it's kind of felt like we've been in this phase of smaller, incremental AI updates, right? It's had a lot of people wondering, hey, is that breakneck pace of innovation we saw finally starting to cool off? Are we shifting from all-out revolution to just refinement?
Well, think again. Google just answered that question with a very, very loud no. They fired another major shot in this ongoing AI war, and this release is absolutely designed to shake things up.
So let's be super clear about this. This is not just another minor update. Gemini 3.0 is Google's direct, forceful answer to a global AI landscape that is getting more competitive by the day.
And man, what a crowded arena it is. We all know about the rivalry with OpenAI's GPT models, but this race is truly global now. You've got these incredibly powerful new models coming out of China, like Qwen and DeepSeek, creating this worldwide sprint for AI dominance. This is the high-stakes game that Gemini 3.0 just walked into. So what exactly is Gemini 3.0? Well, it's not just one single giant model. Instead, Google's gotten pretty strategic here, taking a two-pronged approach. Let's dig into what each version is all about.
The official rollout was October 9th, 2025, and they didn't waste any time. Developers got access pretty much immediately through tools like Google AI Studio and Vertex AI. And the early buzz? It's been huge. A lot of the early testers are already calling this a genuine game changer. And this two-model approach is actually pretty brilliant. On one side, you've got Gemini 3.0 Flash. Think of it as the sprinter. It's lightweight, incredibly fast, and way more cost-effective for tasks you need to do over and over. Then, on the other side, you have Gemini 3.0 Pro. That's the powerhouse, the heavyweight, built for really complex, multi-step thinking. But look, technical specs are only half the story, right? The real question is, how does all this power actually translate to the real world? So let's see how Gemini is being put to work, everywhere from developer tools to the phone in your pocket. If you put it side by side with its predecessor, Gemini 3.0 is a massive leap forward. We're talking major gains in both speed and accuracy. But maybe the most important thing to see here is that third bar, the cost to actually run these models, has gone down. That makes all this power way more accessible than it's ever been.
This quote really captures the heart of Google's ambition here. We're seeing this shift, right? From AI as just a helpful assistant to AI as a co-creator, a tool that can actually build the software and apps that we're imagining.
So how does this actually work? Well, it's a process that makes building stuff so much simpler. First, you just describe your idea in plain English. Then Gemini just takes over. It writes the code, it debugs it, it refines it. And then, and this is the magic part, it automatically figures out how to connect to the other tools and APIs it needs to make your idea a reality.
And this is the ultimate promise for anyone who likes to create things. The power to just have an idea and let the AI handle the nitty-gritty execution, that is a total game changer. It doesn't just speed things up for seasoned developers, it empowers a whole new generation of people who don't code to build and innovate. But what about the rest of us, right? This technology isn't being built just for developers. A huge part of Google's strategy is to weave this new intelligence into the consumer and business products that we all use every single day. Let me give you a few quick examples of Gemini out in the wild. If you have a Pixel phone, there's a new camera coach that gives you photography tips in real time. For businesses, there's Gemini Enterprise, which offers up AI agents that can help with things like sales or data analysis. And the thing powering all of this is Gemini's upgraded ability to understand text, images, and video all at once, which we're going to talk more about in a second. Okay, so let's pull the camera back a bit and look at the big picture. What does a launch like Gemini 3.0 really mean for the future of AI and for this intense race that's shaping our digital world?
You hear this word multimodal thrown around a lot, and it's super important to understand what it actually means. It's basically an AI's ability to process information from different sources at the same time. So for example, it can watch a video, listen to the audio, and read the subtitles all at once to get the full picture. Gemini 3.0 has seriously leveled up this capability.
And that, right there, brings us to the core of Google's entire strategy. The goal is to weave Gemini into the very fabric of our digital lives. It's not just another app you download. It's meant to be a foundational layer of intelligence that powers everything, from your phone's camera to the software you use at work.
So this leaves us with a pretty massive question, doesn't it? As AI gets this deeply embedded into our lives, are we just building better, smarter tools, or are we actually laying the groundwork for an entirely new kind of intelligence? The race is definitely on, and with Gemini 3.0, Google has made it crystal clear they plan to be right at the front of the pack.